Marigolds are one of my favorite flowers to grow, and I think a big reason as to why that is because they were one of the first plants that I grew when I got back into gardening as an adult. I gardened a lot as a kid and then stopped for various reasons. But when I got back into it as an adult, looking around for seeds, I think a packet of marigold seeds just kind of grabbed my attention. I just liked the picture of them. I thought they were pretty, and I planted some, and I did not know what I was doing at all, and they grew really well. And because they grew well, they were also one of the first plants that I ever saved seed from. And so they're just, to me, they're always kind of a special plant, right? They were one of my early teachers as I was getting back into this as an adult, and they're just a special plant to me. It also helps that I love how they look and how they smell, and they do really well in some kind of rough soil conditions. I would say they're easy for the beginner or the amateur to gardening and to growing and seed saving. Not only are they easy to grow, they're easy to save seed from. The process is super simple. So they're just an overall really cool plant. They deter some insects, so they're good to have. They're beneficial to have in the garden. Here you can see I'm gathering the seed heads, right? You just kind of wait till they dry down a little bit and gather them like that. I bring them indoors and let them sit for a week or two to continue drying indoors. It's also important to note, you can grab a flower head that still has all of its petals on and save seeds from that. You don't have to wait till they dry down on the plant. I find that as soon as the flower has opened, you can harvest that and let it dry indoors and totally get viable seeds. All I do to process the seeds is kind of just pinch the flower heads and roll them in between my fingers. And when they're super dried down, the seeds just fall out super duper easy. Your fingers smell amazing. For a few hours after doing this, the room smells pretty good. You could also experiment with cutting the plant down, letting the whole plant dry, and kind of smacking the whole thing around like this, getting some of the seeds to fall out into a big bin. Kind of a faster way to process. It's not quite as efficient, but easily, you can end up with buckets of marigold seeds. I've got more than I know what to do with. I'm going to try to plant a lot next year, but you can see the abundance is real. I'm just have them stored in here with the rest of my seeds, and it's a little bit about marigolds. Like I said, one of my favorite flowers to grow. They'll always have a special place in my garden.